How's it, everybody? I'm talking about the episode 3 of The Mandalorian, and it was great! Yes, as you know, last time I made a video, this one over here, I was not particularly chuffed with it. Episode 1 wasn't bad. It was getting there, some slow issues and some transition problems between certain scenes, and otherwise it was good. It was not a bad start. Episode 2 came along and not much happens, not to mention the extremely short runtime of 26 minutes or so, of him basically jumping from one fight scene or building, or moving building for that matter, tank, to killing animals. Yeah, bit of a weird episode for me, I have to say. So yeah, I really didn't enjoy that at all. And I was going into episode 3 kind of expecting the same thing. But no, it seems that they have, I don't know, maybe ironed out the kinks, as it were. But yeah, episode 3 is damn cool. So there will be spoilers in this. You might want to run along if you haven't seen the episode. I am just going to quickly address something over here. I'm using VPN, for example, to actually access the American Disney Plus, because right now, of course, it's only available in the Netherlands. Why there, I don't know. Canada and America, obviously I know why America and even Canada, but the rest of the world doesn't really have access. England, that's including myself, if I go through normal means, will only have it in March. And where I'm from, in South Africa, it doesn't even look like they will get it there. So what I have been hearing a lot of now is, of course, the whole piracy thing. Now, technically, the VPN that I'm using right now is actually against Disney's terms of use. So they could actually suspend my account, I suppose. But other people are going about doing the whole pirate means, you know, whether it be through Pirate Bay, I suppose, is the most well-known. And although I don't really agree with the whole piracy thing, you can kind of see why people are doing this. Disney has actually stated that a lot of the shows that will be coming out will be feeding into future movies. Now, if you have a whole group of fans around the world who has sunk a lot of their own money in, whether it be computer games, books, series up until now, as far as cartoons, etc., etc., and of course, well, yes, the movies and toys and merchandise. Now suddenly Disney Plus is rolling out their services to a select few countries. Not only that, but Disney's also kind of fucking up by actually spoiling it for people. During the week on social media and even on their websites, Disney was commenting on its own episodes. And as I said, this is episode 3. People around the world haven't even seen episode 1. So it's kind of stupid and very, very, I suppose, damaging to your brand or loyal brand if you're spoiling things for people who haven't even seen the episodes yet. And they haven't seen the episodes yet because they haven't been released. Now, I understand it takes a while to roll things out. For example, in England, the reason it's only rolling out in March is because Disney has a lot of contracts with Sky Television. Of course, if Sky has exclusive rights to, you know, things from the empire of fucking Disney as Star Wars, then they have to wait for these licenses to expire before they bring their own platform and then bring in their own properties. So I can kind of get that. But when it's open-ended and from my past living in South Africa, I've got contacts through Critical Hit, for example, and colleagues and friends in there. They've spoken to people in the know and they have heard very little, actually not even very little, negatively. They've heard that they will not be coming to places like South Africa, at least not for a very long time. So it's creating quite a tricky situation, I would say, where, you know, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. You end up pirating, which a lot of people are doing because they want to watch the show, and also watch future movies. So it leads to quite a bit of an issue. But anyway, I just wanted to touch on that because I can kind of feel sorry for a lot of people out there who aren't able to watch these things. And as I said, this is going to have spoilers in it, so don't watch it if you haven't seen them. Anyway, the reason this episode works so well for me is we get a lot of lore about the bounty hunters and, of course, the Mandalorians. So he does break a lot of these rules because he has a sort of crisis of conscience and goes back to save, you know, little Yoda, little Tyke. I'm not quite sure what we can call him because we don't have a name. Baby, I suppose. We also don't know what the race is, so Baby, Green Baby, I suppose. Green Baby is good for me. So he goes to save Green Baby and manages to save him by using a whole bunch of cool gadgets. He uses basically everything in his arsenal to wipe out a whole bunch of stormtroopers, from flamethrowers to tasers to, of course, his blaster to these little nifty dart dagger things that heat seek and kill people, and of course his wits. So we managed to get towards the very end, and of course he's penned in. Just a quick side note over here. He manages to get another droid killed. He really hates droids. He sort of points the gun at it and goes, drive. And the thing's like, no, drive. Okay, thing gets killed, of course. Anyway, he gets pinned in, and we all thinking, oh, what's going to happen here? And of course, the Mandalorian gang arrive. and actually save him. I was really enjoyed this. I literally sort of fist bumped the air. I liked that kind of thing, and it was a brilliant showdown. It was fantastic flying around, very Star Warsy, very cool, and made for visual. Made for really great visuals. So I'm looking forward to the rest of the season now. I am a little upset that it's now episode 3. Well, it's actually episode 4, which means we're almost halfway through. So let's hope that they won't put a huge waiting time between season 1 and season 2, because I can't see them actually finishing everything in this season. And a lot of fans are enjoying it out there, so people are going to want more. But anyway, I really enjoyed this episode, and I think you guys will too. To those who can see it, of course, and to those who can't, I'm really sorry.